Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker on Last Azlanti and on Unfair. So in this episode, or should I say, in the last episode we finished the Unmaking. This is the ending to Harem's entire questline, so all of Harem's quests are now completed with the Unmaking. I think we got a good ending, so I'm happy about that. And currently, we're basically still waiting for the Ancient Curse Part 5 for the next event on the Bald Hilltop. Next development is in 23 days and 12 hours, so we have to wait a bit. And until we, while waiting for that, we are gonna go for the Door to Nowhere. This is Jubilost's quest. We have to meet him at the tavern on the 24th. So we are currently on... We're not 22nd already? I thought we had some more time. Interesting. In any case, we're gonna wait until the 24th, we're gonna meet him, and we're gonna go for his quest. So for that, we're simply gonna skip some days here. We're also gonna complete all of this, which is quite handy. So let me skip one day. Triumph, nice. 23rd, skip again. Success, some nice stats right there. You failed. You triumphed. You failed. How did you fail this, Juby? And success here as well. So all of the events are cleared. We are now on the 24th, which means we can go and meet Juby. Before we do that though, we're gonna send some people on to some more problems. So problem there, problem here. Would I prefer to send you? Yeah, I would have a better shot at. And here I can... 100%, nice. But I can only send Harem here right now. Okay, so I'll do this then. Just give him a coin and pray. Okay. All that is done. Let's go meet Juby. So I do remember that while speaking with Juby in the tavern, we're gonna have a persuasion check. So for that, I am going to equip my mesmerizing robe. Okay, plus 10 competence bonus to persuasion checks. So we're currently at 27 persuasion, meaning we equip our robe. Why do they all look the same? Oh, but it's super awesome. And we are up to 37, which is very high. So tavern we go. I will have to check the wiki though to see how this questline goes, because I think we might have a fight, and I don't remember if the fight is dangerous or not. So Juby... Looks like that's our moon. I'd like to know what leaving her path means to her, and more importantly, how all this is related to the story of the Gnomes. I hope we're about to find out. Jubilost clears his throat to attract her attention. Oh, Luna. Yeah, our moon, called Luna. Nice. A girl with unusual silver grey hair is looking gloomily into her mug of ale. As she notices Jubilost clearing his throat, she raises her face and brightens. Oh, they told me that the King of Middle-earth walks the streets and feasts with everyone at the taverns, but I never believed it. Oh, forgive me, your highness, I am Luna Katari. You have an unusual name. I was born with bright silver hair. The midwives never saw an Azimar before. They were frightened, but my mother, not a bit. She said her daughter's hair was silver like the moon, which meant I was blessed by Desna, hence the name. Actually, I've always been drawn to faraway countries, like anyone touched by the moon goddess, but I've never been beyond the river kingdoms. Luna sighs. Tell us about yourself. I'm a messenger. I deliver correspondence from Brevoy to Mivan and back. Usually reports about a rich merchant's underlings and his orders for them. My parents live in Brevoy and the girl I love in Mivan. I've always dreamed of becoming a traveler, but that's not easy for the daughter of a weaver and a washerwoman. I was glad to find this messenger job though. I thought I was pretty lucky. But now I'm traveling the same road over and over every month. I even sit right here in your tavern on the 24th of every month right on schedule. The monotony is driving me to tears, but what can I do? I can't be everywhere at once, and I can't stand the thought of settling down. Jubilost, who is listening surprisingly carefully, leans over to you and says quietly, Do you see it now? When Moon leaves her path? It's another part of the riddle. It looks we need to somehow convince our new friend to quit her well-trodden path and set off somewhere new. Plus, it would be good for her. The same road each month. If I were her, I'd have drowned myself a long time ago. If I didn't bleach sooner. Okay, so we do have a persuasion check of 35 here, so it's a good thing we equipped the robe. We would still have some decent chances, but It's better this way. If this life troubles you, something should be changed. Your family and friends want you happy, not exhausted and hating your existence. And I'm guessing the other option would be to offer some gold to make sure you can pass the quest. Let's go for persuasion. Okay, nice. Nice experience also. You speak with such confidence. Is it true you came to the Stolen Lands as no one and made yourself king by your own persistence and skill? I've heard so many stories. Your Highness, I wouldn't have taken this advice from anyone but you, but I've just decided I'm going to travel, and I hope not alone. We'll surely be able to earn a piece of bread together. Please take this. It's a relic my family received from an elven ancestor. According to the family legend, the one who deciphers the map will find 3 things. An incredibly sad secret, a true treasure, and a door to another world which will never open again. The entrance to a certain dungeon is marked here, but there's nothing to say where to go looking. You're a king, with all the best scientists and travelers serving you. Surely they'll be able to read this map. Thank you again, now I have to go. Okay, so I think we were successful here. More experience. Cave from Luna's map has been revealed. Ha! Moon has left her path. But now who can explain to me why the host didn't simply tell us go to the dungeon located here? Why make us run around in circles? But let's have a look at this map. What do we have here? Why, I recognize the area around the Candlemead at first glance. There are ancient ruins in this area. This dungeon must contain the traces of the very first gnomes with Golarion. Well, our goal is clear. Now we need only achieve it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna check the wiki to see if we're gonna have a dangerous fight here or not, so that I can prepare. So give me a second. Okay, so it seems like it's not gonna be that much of a difficult fight. I think we have to fight some ghosts. So we basically just need Death Ward. Let's take you out, let's bring you in. And let's go to this cave. So you are supposed to be here. Now he mentioned Candlemead, so we're gonna go to Candlemead. I will just check what's happening here. Okay, so faster rank ups, nice, very nice. That's done. Makes me happy. So let's go to the cave from Luna's map. I think I'll just buff normally with the mod. It's gonna be quicker anyway.
Don't hesitate.
So just take that out and just buff up. Since we're just waiting for Juby to actually buff us up, don't know why my Death Ward got removed from there, but I'm gonna buff my front line. And my main character. This is probably very much overkill, but okay.
What's new?
Did you see that? Someone wrote the end on one of the walls near the entrance in blue paint. And I just moved in with the leopard in case because I don't know where the ghosts spawn, and if they spawn on top of my backline, I want to be further back. Zay's ghost. A flickering shadow stands before you, trembling and chanting something indistinct. In its silhouette, you barely recognize the figure of a gnome girl dressed in rags. No, we need to try again. The door will open. I promised them, I promised. Who are you, ghost? The ghost seems not to pay any attention to you. I promised them to open this door to return everyone home. Bursting into a long and bleak laugh, the ghost makes a move as if she runs to run away, but then freezes and gives you an eerily attentive look. Who am I? I am Zay, a wizard. I am the one who brought everyone here. This place, once the Lantern King himself opened the gate from his domain into Golarion here. He abandoned this road, but I thought I could open the portal again, or ask for help from an Eldest. Return all of us home. I was wrong. The door didn't open. We all lost color one by one. So the Lantern King in the first world can be said to have a trickster god, noisy feet in a world where capricious reality-bending mischief is standard practice for many natives. Then the title belongs to the Lantern King, also known as the Laughing Lie. Generally appearing as a foot-wide ball of floating light, Lantern King has been pointed to by some as the progenitor of all will-o-wisps, but such allegations meet with derisive laughter from the king himself. Foregoing an established realm of his own, the Lantern King roams as he wills through the fields and forests of the First World, and those lives he touches are rarely the same afterward, for though the Lantern King's sense of humor is vast, it can easily turn dark or incomprehensible. So I'm reading this because it's going to be an important character in the game. And the Eldests, again, no beings rule the chaotic and changeable plane known as the First World, the home of the Fae, but its most powerful residents are the mighty beings known as the Eldest, sometimes known as Fae Lords or the Shapers. They each pursue their own mysterious goals and have little interest in the doings of lesser creatures. Poor creature, you should not have relied on the mercy of the gods. So you're one of the gnomes from the First World, what happened to you? I think if you just attack, I think this just fails the quest. I'm not sure though. The ghost lets out a strange sound, half moan, half dull laughter. I lived a long, long life there in the First World. Many long lives. I traveled, I created, I danced upon the edge of the abyss and fell into the clouds. I died to be born again, with none of my strength and skills, but with all the memories of the wonders I've seen. But eternity can become tedious even for a soul that's forever young. Many older gnomes suffered it even before we knew what the bleaching was. Sooner or later there's not enough novelty anymore, so we all grew fascinated with a new game, death. One of the Eldest created it. Of course he was just borrowing it based on its observations of the true gods. He drew a string from the River of Souls and created his own little circle of births, deaths and judgments. Imitating the almighty Pharasma, he judged the souls that he owned and determined their further paths. It was so new, so exciting. Many gnomes volunteered. If not us, then who? But those who take from the goddess of death must be ready for the consequences. The Lady of Graves brought her wrath upon this creative Eldest. He was stripped of his power and forever doomed to serve in her court. And we gnomes, we were torn from the First World and bound to the River of Souls, like all creatures of the material plane. Thereafter we lived like the rest, died like the rest, and learned all the pain of the bleaching. Our game had become our reality, and no longer could we tire of its fun and return to another one. You call this punishment? You should see what Mother of Monsters does to wrongers. Off with their arms and legs, head replace your hind. Jubilost looks at the ghost, shaken. It seems to be one of those rare moments that the gift of speech is lost to him. But this is not at all how I suppose it happened. Respected Zay, I understand that your conditions don't allow for long conversations, but perhaps you could tell me. The ghost listens to him with eerie attention. Of course I could. I could do many things. I tried many ways to open the portal, everything except a sacrifice. A little blood would come in handy. So yeah, the bitch wants to fight us. They spawn over here. It won't be a problem. Just kill them quickly. Ah, the frightful moan. I hate that. Thankfully, I think everybody saved against it. What was the DC? Frightful moan, where is it? Frightful moan. It says DC 18, so it shouldn't be very difficult. Ah, he still failed. Are you scared then? Yeah, he's panicking. It looked like nobody was panicking, but no. Not the case. Okay, so everything's dead. The ghost freezes, holds herself by the shoulders and sways back and forth, repeating over and over, I promised, I promised, I promised. The host. That's rather a foolish performance, little ghost. You've staged a fine series of foolish performances. Playing the game of death, contacting an Eldest not known for his mercy, trying to open a door that leads nowhere. But who are we addressing? Greetings, Cordant. And of course you, most persistent of researchers. We see you solved our riddle. Jubilost folds his hands on his chest. We did. I might still fail to understand why you sent us the long way around instead of just telling us everything from the beginning. Some truths must be discovered to be known, or seen with your own eyes. The host nods at the pile of gnome bones and the shivering ghost. Is what Zay told us true? About the game of death and Pharasma's punishment? Yes. One of our eldest brothers thought he could steal from a deity, and the gnomes that answered this call thought they could play at death. Death decided otherwise. Is there any way to change what happened and help the gnomes? If there is, we know nothing of it. The Eldest can do many things, but as you both know, it is not enough to confront a deity, especially one such as Pharasma. We have learned our lesson and do not play with the toys of others. Does that mean this was all in vain? Of course not. The journey is often more important than the destination. Be satisfied with the secret you have won. The day I can simply be satisfied with something, I'll bleach. You say we learned our lesson, so you're also one of the Eldest hosts? You hear laughter from under the hood. Oh, we're tired of answering this question and the many others that follow it. Ask us again next time, especially since the next time for you will be one of the first times for us. Why are you here? The right question at last. As I suspect you've realized, there's no way to save all the gnomes from the bleaching. You cannot return them to the First World and restore their connection to their homeland. And even if there were a sufficiently desperate and powerful creature ready to do it, their actions would not be looked on mercifully by the Lady of Graves. Though it cannot be done for all, it can still be done for one. We are ready to offer this gift as a token of our appreciation for their exciting adventure and your solution to the riddle. Do you hear, Sir Jubilost? You personally may become reconnected with the First World. You won't be entirely protected from death if you remain in Golarion, but you will be forever spared from the bleaching. Whenever you visit the First World, which we are aware you desire passionately, then you'll be as immortal as any Fae. Jubilost fixes his glasses nervously. It's the only chink in his nonchalant facade. If this gift cannot help the whole gnome race, then I have no need of it. Of course I'm not immune to vanity, but I've always been ready to share the burden of mortality with the others who bear it on their shoulders. I'll even keep wearing these stupid glasses. I'll survive without the immortality of the First World and face the bleaching when it comes, as all gnomes have done before me. That's noble of you. So we can do the lawful good option, which I think I'm gonna go for. Principles are principles, you're doing the right thing. Do what you think is right. Don't refuse. Nah. Can I receive Jubilost gifts instead? Okay. I think I'm gonna go for the lawful good option, but I'm just gonna check to see if there's anything that I might want out of these options. Okay, so yeah, I think this matches what I want to do. So we're gonna go for this one. You're doing the right thing, Jubilost. Principles are principles. I'm glad we understand each other. Well, my decision isn't changing. I declined the gift of the Eldest. We aren't easy to surprise, but you managed it. Very well, a rejection is a rejection. But gifts of the Eldest are not so easy to withdraw from the world. They must find an owner somewhere, one way or another. So what should we do? To whom shall we grant what has been promised? And basically you can give the gift to help Zay, that exhausted ghost of some peace. Fair. Or the gift should be given to some living gnome who is in this moment dying of the bleaching. Let our adventures help at least someone. I think, reading the wiki, if I do this, then later on I may get into some trouble with some options. So I'm gonna go and give it to Zay here. That's a worthy idea. What do you say, host? Can you grant the ghost peace instead of giving me immortality and everything that goes along with it? 1,000-year-old insane ghosts again? Oh, well, why not? But we will do much more than simply give her peace. You'd be surprised how little difference there is between nowhere and hidden now. She will open her door just when she was always meant to. You have rejected the gift, Jubilost Northropple, but we will not leave you without any reward at all. We offer you a trifle. The chance to sometimes glimpse eternity in the corner of your eye, just as we do. Now you can remember the history of things. Those who wander searching for mysteries and ancient relics might find this skill useful. And now, farewell. When you finally succumb to the bleaching, you may remember this moment. I wonder what you think then. Only time knows. Okay, so some nice experience out of this. I can't believe it. I can feel it again. The First World, our home. I don't know if I can save you from death, my friends, but at least we will die at home. Okay. And she takes a couple of gnomes with her. Now, the reason why I'm giving this to Zay and not the random gnome, there's gonna be a potential fight later on. A very, 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 very dangerous fight later on. Against two gnomes that I think Jubilost knows. And we met them in the inconsequent debates. Now, I'm not sure if by giving this to Zay, this means we will not fight them, or if it just means the game will give us an option to not fight them. And that's the part I'm not very clear on. But we'll see. And also, if things are working as I think they are, Jubilost got a buff. It's not like a very game-changing buff, but it is a buff. So if we look over here at Jubi, he now has 41 knowledge in Arcana because he's getting this other bonus plus 10 perfect understanding. He got this from this quest. So it's nothing super major, but it means that basically any Arcana check we're gonna find in the game, we're gonna pass it. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so how are we looking in terms of... Okay, the quest is done. Do I have to speak with Jubi? Oh. Game. He starts dancing, but I can't speak to him. Kind of strange. Let me rest. Because we are fatigued. Why? Okay. Can I speak to you now? Nope. Okay, strange. So, 19 days. We have to wait for 5 days then. Okay. Why is the game randomly saving here? Oh, because okay. So, we went into a new month. Okay, so 16 days. There we go. This... Oh, okay. This should be the event for the Bald Hilltop, and again, as usual, you can send anybody for this. I'm just gonna put him. It's a guaranteed success. And let's go into the Bald Hilltop and see what awaits us. I wish I knew the order of events on the Bald Hilltop. On the one hand, I could go to the wiki and check it. But at the same time, I'm gonna buff with everything I can regardless, so... I mean, who am I kidding? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check because if it's a messy fight, I might want specific resistances. I'll be right back. Okay, and it is one of those fights that I really hate. But thankfully this is like the introduction to what I think is the worst enemy in the game. Well, maybe not the worst, but definitely one of the top, top worst enemies in the game. We're gonna find right here. And we have to prepare for it. So, let me get my Guarded Earth already. I'm gonna place it over there. Okay.
I need to concentrate.
And the enemy is gonna be a swarm, a Mandragora swarm. Now, if you've played this game before, I'm pretty sure that you're with me when I say that this enemy freaking sucks. But hopefully we're gonna have enough damage for them. Not only that, we're gonna have some other enemies as well that we want to take care of. I'm gonna get some summons. Especially my wyvern here.
Give the order.
And we are gonna buff up. I forgot to put your armor back on, but that's okay. Now, if I remember this right, Mandragora swarms are immune to lightning, which is kind of annoying. But I do believe that they are vulnerable to fire, which means Jubilost tossing bombs as well as fireballs from my main character, and also like from our draconic bloodline with breath weapons and whatnot, it might help out. I even have Flame Strike, I think. Yeah, I do. To kind of help out in this. And that's gonna be our best way to actually, you know, deal with these Mandragora swarms. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with these enemies, they are extremely tough to kill. I believe they also have regeneration. And they deal a tremendous amount of damage just by stepping close to you. And they will also drain strength by a very, very huge amount. So this basically means that if anybody gets close to a Mandragora swarm, well, more often than not, they're just gonna die. The only ones I could ever see like living for a little bit of time would be someone like Rigongar, because he has a lot of strength. But other than that, I mean, maybe Valerie would survive a round. Everybody else would just straight up die. So we have to be very, very careful not to step into the Mandragora swarm with anybody, especially our main character, obviously, or any of my backline, or even Knock Knock. So this is the kind of stuff for which I am gonna get legendary proportions, because we're also gonna have some other enemies spawning. I think I can maybe skip wasting a bone on Valerie. I'll just put it on Rigongar and maybe Knock Knock. This will also increase strength, so extra defenses against the Mandragoras. Okay. And now let's see. What am I gonna need here? I'm gonna want displacement on you. I'm gonna want displacement on the Leopard.
Never stop learning.
Greater Invis on Knock Knock.
Let us not hesitate.
Get Archon's Aura. Let's get Frightful Aspect. Now, I'm not sure if they are stunnable or not. They won't take damage from this because it's lightning, but they might take the stun. I'll have to check. Okay, I'm just thinking here. So buffs are applied. Get this on yourself as well.
Yes.
I guess you can also get this on yourself, and I'm also gonna give it to Cordon Pin. I'm just gonna go all out on this. Get Sense Vitals. You also want Sense Vitals.
I will not falter.
Am I missing something here? I could give this to my main character.
Where to now?
You get this going. But again, the main thing here is we're gonna have to be very careful with the positioning for this fight.
My skills are getting rusty.
I'm gonna swap to fire bombs.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
You are fine, you have your AI off, you have your AI off, just like I wanted.
I'm restless.
You guys are fine, get your armor on. Sense Vitals. Sense Vitals.
I will see this through as hard as I can.
Do I want this? No, right? I mean, might as well. In case something comes my way that I'm not expecting. And we're also going to be fighting, I think, like a Will-O-Wisp. So I'm going to protect ourselves from lightning as well. So let's get lightning resistance. Lightning protection. Burst of Glory. And let's move in. So I want everybody inside Guarded Earth. Oh god, pray for me. Pray for me, my friends. And I'm gonna bait the enemies first with the wyvern and see what happens. Okay, so we have the immense Mandragora. This really isn't our main problem. I forgot to sing with Valerie. God damn it. It's immune to mind affecting, compulsion, poison, charmed, stunned, or polymorph. Baleful, polymorph, paralyzed, sleep, and stunned. AC is very low. Kind of surprisingly low, honestly. Gargantuan enemy. It does have 53 strength. So it's gonna hit for quite a bit. But let's look at the Mandragora Swarm. A level 21 fast healing tiny enemy. A lot of hit points, 305. It might not seem like much, but remember, we don't want to step in with our melee characters. You can do it, but it's really something that you want to do only on turn-based. And to be completely honest, if you are having a lot of trouble with these swarms, the best way to do it is exactly by using, well, I'm gonna say it's by cheesing turn-based mode, so I'm gonna not do that. Because what you can do is basically, you wait for the initiative, and when you see yourself having the initiative, you turn on turn-based mode, you move in, you smack the Mandragora Swarm a couple of times, with everybody that has more initiative than it, and then, before it has a chance to act, you turn off turn-based mode and you run away until you can get turn-based mode to act again, and you can eventually kill it like that, which I find to be, again, cheesy. In any case, let's see. Resistant to cold, acid, electricity. Wait, isn't this immune to electricity? It should be. Weird. Okay, immune to mind affecting, compulsion, poison, charm, stun, so cannot use storm bolts for it. Polymorph, critical hits, precision damage, so this means that sneak attack is not gonna work, which sucks. Spells with a target, and halves physical damage from slashing and piercing weapons. So, if you were to use a blunt weapon, then you could deal full damage, which is nice. But again, we don't want to get close to it. I thought it was vulnerable to fire. I might have been wrong. So I want to keep everybody back and try to bait it with the wyvern. I'm going to send the wyvern over there. I'm going to have Valerie sing. And I think I'm going to spread my party a little bit, because if it does catch up to someone, I don't want it to grab a bunch of people, because swarms, they will not just attack a single enemy, they will basically damage anything in their area of effect. So I'm going to send Rigongar over there. I'm going to send Knock Knock over here. Valerie can stay where she is. And then I think the backline can stay where it is as well. Juby, I really should have buffed with Bomber's Eye. Wait, why isn't it enabled? I think it's because I can only have it if I have the Cognition on. Okay, it's fine. So you target those. Valerie, I think instead of singing, I'm gonna use a breath weapon for fire damage, even if it does hit my wyvern. I don't care. The leopard can also go over there. I'm trying to send you over there. If I can kite it, all the better. Rigongar, I don't think you can use anything fire-based here. Well, you do have Fireball for this specific effect as well, yeah, that's why I picked it. And I'm gonna go on Fireballs as well. I will deal with you later. Okay, so it's a single swarm. Let's be careful here. Let's actually back you up. Let's see if we can have him chase it. Okay. Let's go over there. Let's empower a fireball here and toss it over there. Hopefully it will not hit my friend. Valerie is tossing this over there. I'll probably have to retarget this soon. Okay, this damage came from him, so not worried about it. Oh, Shield of Law! Nice! It slowed him, cool. If it also slows these, it would be awesome. Let's send you over there. He's gonna die. Knock knock? What the hell are you doing, dude? You're gonna get hit. And I'm gonna quicken another fireball here. Oh, they did take sneak attack damage. Okay, never mind then. Okay. They still have a lot of HP. God damn it, man. Okay, so Cordampina. Let's go for a Flame Strike over here. Let's bring you back. Valerie, where are you targeting that? It's not gonna land, so move up. You are still trying to toss your bombs. The bombs really are gonna help a lot here. Let's move you down. Okay, so breath. She will likely get smacked by this guy, but I think it's mostly fine. Our fireballs did do a lot of damage though, which is good. Okay. Not too much damage. Okay, decent damage from that. I guess I can send Valerie and Knock Knock over there. Rigongar, let's go for a fireball. We'll target it here. Main character was still waiting. Okay, the bombs are starting to go out. Not a lot of damage. Let's keep on trying to kite. Empower. Fireball over there. Okay, it should land, right? I'll go for also impromptu sneak attack just to make sure that we're actually hitting it. Go over there. Go over there. Oh, there's two of them actually, not just one. Okay. Almost dead. This guy died. Don't go over there, please. Okay, you have to move. You have to move. I have to quicken a fireball here. And move. Okay. Kill them all. Good. Now we have some Primal Trance, but these I don't care about. I did some damage on my Leopard, but those guys are dead. That's what matters. Whoa, Valerie. Okay, she took 140 fire damage from me. Let's heal you up. Go over there. And I'm gonna send my Leopard for this guy. Knock Knock can also go. Rigongar can also go. Let's go back to our Force Bombs. Where are you? You're over there. Let's move back a bit. And I am fine where I am. Hellfire Rays on this guy. Let's go. Another one over there. It's okay. Sing. Okay, she's healed up. Move in. Cordampina, get over here. Give me a prayer. This guy is basically dead. So I'm actually gonna aim at this one instead. Marquis Dazzlelight just spawned, casting Chain Lightnings. This is why we have our protections from lightning there. And I think I'm gonna swap everything to him. So this guy has spell immunity, but he's vulnerable to magic missile, so we're gonna abuse that. And these enemies don't seem to even bother me in the slightest, so I will just kill them with my front line. And I guess I'll still toss out this Hellfire Raid and I'm gonna start tossing out magic missiles over there. Yep. That is the plan. Maybe go for... Can you get prone? You can get prone. Okay.
Ever learn?
Reflex save is 24. That's very high, though. Okay. We dealt 250 damage on a single Hellfire Ray there, so I'm gonna be happy about that. I'm just gonna start tossing out magic missiles, to be honest. If he doesn't buff with shield, I'm gonna just keep tossing these. Ooh, 43 sneak attack damage on the on the magic missile. Nice. He is now buffing with shield. Ah, you learn from your mistakes, don't you, my friend? Let's empower these. See if we can get it off before he actually buffs up. Rigongar's moving over here. Let's go for prescient attack, but I think Knock Knock just killed him. Yeah, he's dead. So yeah, a lot happened there. Especially with the stupid Mandragoras. I may eventually end up using turn-based just so I can land the AoE spells on top of the Mandragoras. But not to do what I was saying before, like moving up, smacking them with a hammer or something, and then moving back. That I will not do. Okay, so here we got some diamonds, or a diamond. Our wyvern died. I have to remember to either buff with protection from fire the next time I want to deal with Mandragoras, because I can deal a lot of damage to myself or to my own party with my main character there. As we saw, nearly 200 damage on Valerie. Or I have to get Firebrand, because Firebrand would make everybody immune to fire, or from my own fire spells. Let's go to Tusktail. But it is good to know, because it said that the Mandragoras were immune to precision damage, which I would expect that meant they would not take sneak attack damage. Now, of course, this is gonna happen as well. I forgot to swap my robe. Juby takes some damage from the Cognitogen, that's fine. I'm gonna turn this off, this is off. I want to check something here. I want to look at damage dealt by Cordumt. Yeah, so Valerie, we dealt a lot there. I also dealt 70 to him because he's saved, otherwise it would be a 140. Jubilost dealing 63 damage. Oh, it does say vulnerability to fire. Okay. But Flame Strike. Okay. Flame Strike, never mind. So she helped. There you go. Successful saving throw halves the damage. Damage to Mandragora Swarm was reduced to 77. But yeah, they are taking sneak attack damage. Oh no, wait. Never mind. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. They're immune. Okay. They're taking full damage here. They saved against it, which means they only took half. Okay. DC is 25, yeah. With my robe, it would be 27. It's still kind of low. But again, Fireball is not like a very high level spell anyway. Okay, we got it done. Nobody died, I'm happy. Okay, I'm gonna check out my quest log. But I think now all we have to do is wait. Because this is done. If I skip a day, this will be finished. Right, there we go, success. We now have to wait a report. Dwarves from the Skeg clan wish to present the king with a reward. So like I said before, we would get a reward from Harem's quest like 10 days after the fact. And it's right here. Rudrin's keg looks much better than she did on your first meeting. Back then, she could barely stand for the wounds she'd received fighting the golem. Now the dwarf stands proudly at attention before you in polished armor. Your Highness, my dear Sir Harem, deeply respected servant of Grotus, the Skeg clan has sent me to you to express our gratitude for everything you have done for us and present you with this humble gift. We crafted this for Sir Harem personally, from the metal of artifacts unmade by him. Sir Harem. Rudrin hands a small but heavy chest to Harem and bows. Harem frowns, trying to hide his confusion, then nods and accepts the gift. Well, I'm glad you're all right. It's nice to see someone manage to make something useful out of those worthless scraps. I can't remember if it's a good helmet or not. I would expect it is. Because it's like to finish his quest. Doesn't give me any other quest. Newest. Metal Reborn. This helmet gives its wearer DR5 bludgeoning and a +6 enhancement bonus to wisdom and charisma. This is a good helmet. It is a good helmet. You have the headband of mental perfection. Do I care about intelligence? It doesn't affect this in any way. Because I could give this to her. She would get wisdom, she would get charisma. Both of them they can use. She can use. DR is always welcomed. And I could give the headband of mental perfection to someone else. She looks cool as well. So the headband of mental perfection, I have one basically. I could give it to him. I could also give it to you, but I think Juby can... Actually, no, right? Because Juby doesn't use wisdom or charisma for anything besides saving throws. And Rigongar does use charisma for his weapon buffs and for his spells and whatnot. You just have this thing, but you get +6 from the oppressor. Okay, thinking. I'm basically only using this helmet on him for the natural armor bonus to AC and the saving throws against death. Because dexterity is getting from hit as well. But this does nothing for him besides saving throws. There's the tiny cookies on his hands. I'd never noticed that. I thought these also scale up with legendary proportions, but I guess they don't. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give this to you. And the +4 will likely just go to some kind of advisor. But nobody needs it actually, which is kind of funny. Well, it's a good thing when nobody in my party needs a helmet of mental perfection +4. It means things are going good for us. Okay, so yeah, a good item, I guess. Okay, now he speaks to me. Jubilost greets you with unusual hospitality. Cordant, I'm happy to see you. We haven't talked much about our adventure by the Candlemere. You know, I've even said that everything is over. Not only because I didn't find a way to help all the gnomes. It's just that another mystery is behind me. Another road had ended. But it was a wonderful journey and in good company. What are you gonna do now? I hope my humble talents will be of use to you and your kingdom. Clearly it could do with the help of an expert in the first world. So I'll be around when I can be useful. Then I'll probably set off on another journey. The world is a big place and there are many more secrets to be found. I'm just gonna skip this, I think. Maybe not this one. What do you think about everything that's happened? He sighs heavily. The games of the gods and the games of the Eldest. How little we matter in the clash of powers of such scale. It boggles the mind. But at least now I know the secret. And I can't say the word tentacles without shivering. Admit it, you had a bit of fun back there, didn't you? Don't tell anyone, but I did too. What an amazing adventure. Allow me to say in all sincerity, I'm glad that fate brought us together, Cordumt. Okay, that's done. And Harem, I can only find him outside. Let me just check.
Without a doubt.
To see if he says something about this. I don't think he does, but we'll see. And I think now we're basically just waiting for the council to convene about the events on the Bald Hilltop. And then we will likely also get our next main quest. He's over there. Okay. Nothing special. The library. I think the library has nothing of interest. But to be honest, I can't even remember the last time I came here. I think this is just like if you want to read. Like literally just read some lore about the game or the world. I think you can do it, but other than that, I don't think there's anything for you here. Just books. Oh. Damn it. Okay, I guess I can't pick that one up. Yeah, it's just books in case you want to read.
Success.
Librarian says nothing of interest. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so while we wait for the council to convene about the Bald Hilltop events, I think I might do a rank up, because rank ups should now only take 7 days. And then hopefully we can start making our way to our next main quest. Yeah, we have to wait. Success, cool. Events taking a couple days. I will rank up somebody. So level 5, level 2. But you're busy. Okay. 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 6, 5. Okay. I'll do it on you. Damn it, man. Okay, so this is just a regular thing. Invitation. Oh, I think I know what this is. The finest assassins in the world of magic. Jesus. Even with the plus 20, it's only a 55% chance. Oh, it's opportunity. Ah, then okay. Ashes and dust. You go. We start with Lindsay. Lindsay excitedly waves around the letter written in neat handwriting on expensive stationery. I have news, take a look. Irovetti, King of Pitax, sent you an invitation to the Rushlight tournament. We're not going to miss it, right? And you're taking me, of course. All the high society of Pitax will be there, including people from the academy. Maybe even Headmaster Atalia Gitteren. I'd love to see her face when she hears about the book Professor Eobald is writing with me. So we got the invitation to the Rushlight tournament? What is this tournament? Irovetti holds it once in several years. Guests come from all the nearby kingdoms. Mivan, Gralton, Brevoy. I haven't been there personally, but I hear it's always a lot of fun. What can you tell me of Pitax and its king? Well, imagine a roadhouse full of pirates, mercenaries, smugglers, spies, and other gentlemen of fortune. They're drinking their successes, talking business, buying, selling, hiring, choking, burying. Now take this roadhouse and imagine it's the size of a kingdom. That was Pitax before Irovetti. Now imagine some unknown bard enters the roadhouse, pulls off a few shady deals and suddenly became its owner. Everything is the same as it was, but now the walls are covered with portraits of the owner, a brass band plays music every night, a juggler with a pet bear walks around the room, gnome strippers dance at the tables, barmen sell a variety of racy substance from an area beyond its beer. That's Pitax now. I love the part about the gnome strippers. If Irveti holds it once in several years, why did he wait until now to invite me? How would I know what goes on in Irveti's head? Maybe he just thought he wasn't important as a baron, but now you're a bona fide king. Is equal, you could say. There's no reason not to invite you to what he considers the major social event of the year. Are you sure this isn't a trap? It's certainly possible. There's definitely some catch here. This is Iroveti we're talking about after all. But I doubt he'd try to kill you at his own festival, with business partners from all its neighbors present. He's more likely to try to sell you on some fraudulent deal or another. So keep your eyes and ears open and don't sign anything. No, I want to attend this. Interesting. Well, if I have the time, why not? Great. Trap or no, it'll at least be a ton of fun. You will take me with you, right? Pretty please? Revealed the Rushlight Fields. So let me just mention something here before I finish the dialogue, because we're gonna get the other events coming in. The Rushlight Tournament is one of the most important events in the game. You get a chance to get a tremendous amount of experience there. You also get to purchase some of the best items in the game, at least for this time, or maybe just the entire game after all. So it's really, really important that if you are trying to get the most out of the game as you can, you want to save up money for exactly this tournament. That's the reason why I've been saving up so much money. And I'm basically at 1 million. And I can tell you right now, that 1 million is probably not even going to be enough. Well, maybe it will be enough, but I'm going to be left with pretty much nothing after the event. And for this event, you do want to take Lindsay with you, because it's relevant for her questline. I'm just not sure who I'm not going to take, because you definitely want someone that's able to deal with trickery and stealth, I believe. And for that we have Knock Knock. You want someone that's very good on athletics, and for that we're going to have Rigongar and a bunch of buffs as well to buff his strength up. And you also need somebody with very, very high persuasion. And for that, we have our main character and also the mesmerizing robe and or the shirt that Valerie gave us as well. So all those things are very important for the Rushlight Tournament. And if you want to max the amount of stuff you can do there and the amount of experience you can get there, honestly, you should just follow the wiki and check out the path that will lead you to the best results. I will basically be trying to do exactly what the wiki says in order to get the best outcome possible from the Rushlight Tournament, getting the most experience possible, and hopefully I can get all of it. I have been building up for this event after all. So let's end the dialogue here and see what our next stuff is. It's the Warden, okay. This is just from the rank up. Choices, loyalty or community. It's whatever to me, so just choose. We got community, okay. And Bald Hilltop?
Irveti, King of Pitax, invited our king to a tournament. But why? A demonstration of neighborly amiability, perhaps? Unlikely. The ruler of Pitax was renowned for his devious guile.
So yeah, new chapter starting here, War of the River Kings. And it only starts after you deal with the Bald Hilltop Ancient Curse Part 5. I am still waiting for the report though. But I guess we're gonna wait. So, companion quest, we got A Bard's Calling. Take leads to the Rushlight Tournament, so you even have a quest for this. And then we have our new main quest in our new chapter, War of the River Kings, the Rushlight Tournament. So visit the Rushlight Tournament in Pitax. The tournament will take place in Pitax on the shores of Rushlight Lake. In fact, that's actually where it gets its name. But let us hurry. I heard they're serving especially delicious wines this year. So, if you remember, if you even tried to go to the Pitax area on the map, the game wouldn't allow you to do it. You would get like a book event with guards saying you cannot move further. And now, well, that should be lifted. Every few years, Iruveti, the king of Pitax, summons important guests from all the surrounding kingdoms to participate in the Rushlight tournament. Cordums is now the king, which means he's important enough to receive an invitation. Iruveti is a sly dog, and is definitely planning something vile, but that's no reason to miss a celebration. So yeah, we have to be careful with this. And look at these two main quests. I think before we go there, I'm gonna wait for the report. And then we're gonna ride. Success here. Success there. Rushlight tournament has begun. It's time to participate. And then we got some more projects. Cost of buildings. Rank up. And that's all. Oh, did I completely forget about this? I think I did, didn't I? I'm a freaking moron. Okay, in the next episode I'm gonna start by claiming the Tors of Lebanese. It only takes 7 days here, so I think I'm okay doing this. Because I was gonna say, the Rushlight tournament is timed. Okay? It even says here we'd better hurry. I don't think you have to. I'm gonna confirm this before I start the next episode, but I think you don't actually have to literally hurry. It's not that limited in terms of time, but I think if you don't do it, probably before the next Ancient Curse or something like that, I think you lose out on the Rushlight tournament, and you definitely don't want to do that. But yeah, for now, we're gonna finish this episode, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon. It is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe, everyone.